Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel? The black barrel is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your better.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary at 12. My name is Hansen Der Capuchin.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector.
As Department of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. Today is Thursday, May 1, 2025. My name is Johnson Gbarntolmah presenting. In the headlines, Gbarntolmah Speaker for Kofa discloses ongoing consultations to prepare the perfect platform for his resignation. Labour Minister Councillor Cooper says efforts are on the way to harmonize the Decent Work Act and the Civil Service Standing Order to have one law governing the labour sector. Commerce Minister Magdalene Dagosa describes strong private sector as the backbone for the Liberian economy. And away from Liberia, member of the parliament in South Africa shot dead in the capital Nairobi by gunmen in a suspected assassination. These plus many more. The bulletin of news sports are all packaged on today's edition of the program News Desk. We've been powered by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. We'll take a break to be back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
At this point, we know Cooper Sangar to bring us the news bulletin. Good evening.
Good evening, Johnson. Good evening to all. Gbarntolmah House Speaker for Kofa has disclosed ongoing consultation to prepare a perfect platform for his resignation. Speaker Kofa said he remains committed to ensuring transparency and accountability in the process of the transition. In a statement posted on his official Facebook page on Thursday, Speaker Kofa made reference to statements circulating on social media and other media platforms about his imminent resignation. The Gbarntolmah House Speaker said while he is deeply touched by the outpouring of concern for his personal well-being and the integrity of his office, he has always maintained that the laws of the nation must serve as the ultimate foundation for resolving disputes, including the current impasse within the legislature. He declared that the recent Supreme Court ruling has definitely resolved the crisis in the House of Representatives, and he is fully hopeful and uphold the court's decision. The Grand Creek County District 2 representative further disclosed that he is actively engaging in consultation with stakeholders across the country, including his colleagues from all sizes in the legislature, regarding his transition from the position and to determine the appropriate pathway forward. Representative Cooper promised to keep the public informed as this decision progresses, urging all citizens to refrain from amplifying unverified claims that risks fostering unnecessary confusion or division. Labour Minister Cooper has disclosed that efforts are on the way to harmonize the Decent Work Act and the Civil Service Standing Order so as to have one law governing the labor sector in the country. Minister Kura noted that the Civil Service Standing Order will never allow government employees to form any labor union until the law is amended. Councillor Kura made the disclosure at a program marking the observance of International Labour Day organized by the Liberia Labour Congress in the township of Gardnerville on Thursday. Meanwhile, the Secretary of the Labour Congress, Marcus Dama, thanked the Liberian government for efforts aimed at addressing the problem within the labor sector. According to Blaman, many of the problems in the labor sector have been addressed. The program, which was held under the theme Trade Union Unity and Strength at Workplace, was graced by a cross-section of workers from several companies within the country. Commerce Minister Magdalene Dagoze has described strong private sector as the hallmark of a national economy. According to Madam Dagoze, small and medium enterprises are the backbone of job creation, initiation, and inclusive growth, adding that they are the engineer that drives economic transformation. Minister Dagoze said Liberian-owned businesses are being placed at the center of national development strategy in the arrest agenda of the Boakakun administration. Speaking Thursday during the official launch of Accelerate 360, Commerce Minister Magdalene Dagoze said Accelerate 360 is a component of what was officially known as the Liberia Economic Recovery and Transformation Project, the LIFT project. She said that through the LIFT project, with partnership from the World Bank and the ministry, they are working on 3 pillars, including providing the business climate, expanding access for finance for SMEs, and enhancing trade efficiency. Madam Dagoze revealed that collaboration with 10 other government institutions aimed at building SMEs-friendly country, something she said, together with the World Bank and the Central Bank of Liberia, they have launched a national electronic payment system, a credit reference bureau, and a 2.5 million credit line dedicated to small businesses. The principal of the St. Wilson Elementary School in Logitan has been acquitted on allegation of rape after 7 months in detention at the Monrovia Central Prison. Defendant Anthony Wilson's freedom was restored recently by 11 of the 12 main panel jurors of Criminal Court E, where 11 persons voted for a non-guilty verdict and a no juror voted guilty. The majority verdict, according to our judicial correspondent, claimed that the pieces of evidence adduced in court during the week-long legal process were inadequate to warrant defendant Anthony Wilson's conviction for rape. The school principal was arrested in October 2024 and indicted in the same year for allegedly raping a 16-year-old girl who went to the school for enrollment. Following the juror's decision, defendant Wilson told our judicial reporter that the victim mother lied on him with the intent to destroy him and his institution due to jealousy. The Director General of the Center for National Documents and Records Agency, Nelson Biega, wants government officials to lead with integrity in order to advance national development under the Boakakun administration. He observed that if Liberia is to move forward and the lives of its people improve, officials must prioritize the nation's interests above all. Speaking on Thursday during an honoring ceremony organized by Citizens United for a Better Liberia in collaboration with Liberia Media Network, Biega emphasized the need for public servants to put Liberia first by being a nationalist and eliminate partiality in public service. Biega vowed to invest in human capacity building at the National Archive, including sponsoring advanced studies for staff members to enhance their contributions to national development. He emphasized gratitude for the recognition and thanked President Joseph Boakai for entrusting him with the leadership of the CNDRA. The National Archive was pledged to transform the National Archive into one of the most effective government institutions, stressing his leadership commitment to action over wars. Biega dedicated the honor to his staffs, commending them for their dedication, hard work, and commitment to serving the Liberian people. The National Commission on Human Rights has welcomed the renewal of Executive Order 148 by President Joseph Boakai, describing it as a bold and timely move in Liberia's journey towards justice and national healing. The renewed executive order mandates the allocation of $2 million United States dollars to the Office for the Establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court, with funds to be disbursed quarterly. President Boakai has made it clear that there must be no interference in the release of the funds, reflecting the administration's commitment to accountability for past war and economic crimes. Addressing a press conference in Monrovia on Thursday, the chairman of the INCHR, Councillor Denstor Brown, praised the government's action and reaffirmed the Commission's readiness to support efforts to ensure that justice is served. He noted that the Commission has already begun constructing memorials in several countries to honor victims of Liberia's civil conflict. Councillor Brown emphasized the need for robust public awareness, particularly in rural communities, to educate Liberians about the purpose and importance of the War and Economic Crimes Court. He stressed that national healing requires not only justice, but also understanding and civic engagement. In a scream warning, the INCHR declared that any individual or group attempting to destabilize the country will be held accountable. The Commission vowed to collaborate with international partners to ensure that those who incite violence or unrest face justice, even if the court is yet to fully be operational. According to the INCHR, the days of impunity are over, and Liberia is entering a new chapter where respect for human rights, rule of law, and justice will guide national governance. The Commission reaffirmed its commitment to working with government institutions, civil society, and international communities to ensure that the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court becomes a reality. The Ministry of Justice has condemned what it described as an unauthorized solidarity march by several persons displaying the Liberian flag and a banner showing a photograph of Captain Ibrahim Touré, military leader of Burkina Faso, on the streets of Monrovia Thursday. In a release from the Ministry of Justice, the ministry described the march as illegal and said it obstructed and disrupted normal business activities, noting that the action was a violation of the rights of others. According to the release, the ministry did not sanction the Thursday march that disrupted normal business activities in the streets of Monrovia. The Ministry of Justice has therefore reminded the public that the ministry is the statutory authority responsible to grant permits to all Liberians wishing to protest or march in solidarity for causes that they believe, but says such was not done by those he described as illegal protesters. The trial jurors of Criminal Code D have acquitted 3 persons on allegation of armed robbery. 10 of the 12-man panel jurors, according to our judicial correspondent, informed the court on April 25, 2025, that prosecuting lawyers failed to establish a prima facie case against 3 defendants to the commission of the crime of armed robbery. The majority jurors' verdict to the court maintained that state lawyers' pieces of evidence were insufficient to convict the 3 individuals for the crime in question as provided by law. Following the jurors' verdict, defense lawyer Councillor Besman Dua told judicial reporters that he was not surprised by the jurors' decision, claiming that the pieces of evidence relied on by prosecuting lawyers were weak and empty to warrant his client's conviction consistent with law. Those acquitted are Ben Moba, F.K. Jefferson, and Benko Moba. They were accused of committing the crime between October 2022 to January 29, 2023 in Conway, outside Monrovia. Opposition Citizen Movement for Change political leader says the recent statement made by the Executive Protection Service boss is out of order and below his scope of operation. Musa Belete believes such directive can only be made by the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia. The CMC political leader has therefore advised the EPF boss Sam Gay to focus on his role and responsibility and stop melting in what he termed as political statement in the country. According to him, EPS board should only focus on providing protection for officials of government and allow the politician make the political statement. Benedict made the statement Thursday when he appeared on OKFM in Monrovia. The Movement for Democracy and Reconstruction has disclosed the certification of Nimba County Senator-elect Samuel Koga this Friday in the county. MDR National Vice Chair for Press and Publicity Kelvin Matadi said the certification program will be held at the Seneca Hall in the county. According to Matadi, the party is grateful for the support and the decision of the people of Nimba to uphold the legacy of the late Senator Prince Johnson. Matadi said the current discussion at the level of the MDR is to restrengthen the party operations, not just in the county, but also across the country. The MDR National Vice Chair for Press and Publicity made the statement when he phoned in on ELBC radio program on Thursday. And away from home, a Kenyan member of parliament has been shot there in the streets of capital Nairobi by gunmen on a motorcycle in a suspected assassination. Police said the attackers had been trying Charles Odigo, where vehicle before one of them got off the motorbike and shot him at close range. The nature of his crime appears to be both targeted and premeditated, police spokesman Mashidi Niga said in a statement. The Operation MP had 2 months ago complained about threats to his life, local media report. Well, Johnson, that's the shift of the news bulletin. It's back to you for continuation.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your data.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Hansen der Represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis, 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by
Thanks to Cooper Sangar for bringing us the news bulletin, which is the regular feature here on News Desk. If you are just joining us in our top developments, Mbattle House Speaker for Kofa discloses ongoing consultations to prepare a perfect platform for his resignation. Labour Minister Councillor Cooper says efforts are on the way to harmonize the decent work out in the civil service standing order to have one law governing the labour sector. Commerce Industry Minister Madeline Dago said this strong profit or describe strong profit sector as the backbone for the Liberian economy. Let's bring you our first development on the program. Labour Minister Councillor Cooper had disclosed that efforts are underway to harmonize the decent work and the civil servants standing order so as to have one governing the labour sector in the country. Minister Crow noted that the civil servants standing order will never allow government employees to form any labour union until the law is amended. Councillor Crow made a disclosure at program marking the observance of the International Labour Day organized by the Liberia Labour Congress in Congo Town.
One labor organization workers, private sector workers in Liberia instead of two. And that's another thing that is important for everyone to know, that right now in Liberia, we can't pretend there are two laws. The president is aware of that. And we have to everything we can to see how we can put the two laws together. The Taylor Standing Order control the Taylor the Bishop Act control the private sector worker. For the past month, we made some improvements from tech to address some of the concerns from the IMO. And the question is, please, that we made it to the private sector worker go to our let's say they go, for example, teachers who work for private institutions have the right to form unions. We also has agreed because that private sector workers, health workers in the private sector also have the right to form unions. We don't have any partner as direct private sector workers. Now, for example, teachers in private schools, health workers in public institutions, public health places. I'm not resolved that those people cannot form union or they will the school law. But the Nigerian government has not said no today. We are working with the legislature, with basically the organization in Nigeria to solve money for the authority law. So that the Nigerian workers will have one law to celebrate.
He is Councillor Cooper Sangar. He's the Minister of Labour there speaking. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in partnership with the International Development Association of the World Bank, on Thursday launched the Small and Medium Enterprise Technical Assistance Program, known as the Accelerate 360. Accelerate 360 is an initiative under the Liberian Investment, Finance and Trade LIFT project, which is designed to enhance the capacities and competitiveness of SMEs in the country. Accelerate 360 is a key component of the LIFT project, aims to supporting the government strategy objectives to promote private sector development, focusing on addressing critical market challenges hampering SMEs' access to markets and finance. Speaking during the launch on Thursday, Commerce Minister Martin Dagose described strong private sector as a hallmark of a nation economy. According to Martin Dagose, small and medium enterprises are the backbone of job creation, initiation, and inclusive growth, adding that they are the engine that drives economic transformation. Minister Dagose said Liberia-owned businesses have been placed at the center of national development strategy in the arrest agenda of the Bakakun administration. Speaking Thursday during the official launch of the Accelerate 360, Commerce Minister Martin Dagose said Accelerate 360 is a component of what was originally known as the Liberia Economic Recovery and Transformation Project, the LIFT project.
This program Accelerate 360 is more than a technical assistance project. It is a part of a bold vision to change the narrative of Nigerian SMEs. No economic is a strong private sector. Small and medium enterprises are the backbone of job creation, innovation, and inclusive growth. They are the engine that drives economic transformation. Nonetheless, agenda are putting Nigerian businesses at the center of our national development strategy. Unless it's clear and it says prosperity must be owned by the locals. And I like to read it. We welcome investors for state development happening for local businesses to compete and lead. Accelerate 360 is a global network was originally known as the Liberian Economic Recovery and Transformation Project. The LIFT project today is the foundation of our post-crisis recovery, and we are proud to have the World Bank as a steadfast partner for this journey. Today we are working on improving the business and extending access to finance for SMEs, enhancing trade. We are collaborating with other government institutions to build a more SME-friendly Nigeria. Together with the Central Bank and the World Bank, we have launched a national electronic payment system of credit residence bureau and a 2.5 billion credit line dedicated to small businesses. Looking ahead, we are preparing to roll out several regional initiatives. A faster digital business registration system upgrades to the circular trade system, the development of a national electronic single window for customers and trade facilities. None of this would be possible without a strong technical collaboration. I want to especially thank Ms. Joya, women, and the dedicated work and team, including Alaga and Lucky for your continuous support.
She is Commerce Industry Minister Magdalene Dakosa there speaking. Giving the overview of the project, the chief of party at Accelerate 360, Prosper Do Melumi, disclosed that the initiative is expected to be delivered in 3 years period.
The program will be delivered over a 3-year period. For SMEs, there will be 3 cohorts of 55 SMEs per cohort per annum over the 3 years, and 1 cohort of ESPs and ESOs in the first year. The program will be executed with a combination of workshops, networking events, trade missions, handholding, and mentorship to achieve its intended impact. The delivery structure of workshops include industry and subject matter experts who will have engaged to provide technical insight, practical training to improve technical knowledge and skills in the areas of agribusiness, sales and marketing, finance, investment readiness, climate change and adaptation, procurement and supply chain, and standard and compliance.
He is the chief of party at Accelerate 360. He is Prosper Do Melumi. Melumi said the project revealed 3 objectives of the project, which include enhancing the capabilities of 165 SMEs, access finance and enter new market locally and internationally, strengthen the capacity of 50 business development service providers, entrepreneurship support organization, among others.
The program is not just aimed at enhancing the capacity of SMEs, but also includes business development service providers, entrepreneurship support organizations, and the small business administration of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. With regards to the purpose and objectives of the program, there are 3 core objectives. 1, to enhance the capabilities of 165 SMEs to access finance and enter new markets, both locally and internationally. This includes improving the competitiveness of SMEs with at least 50% of beneficiaries being women-led businesses to ensure gender inclusivity in economic growth. 2, strengthening the capacity of 50 business development service providers and ESOs, that's entrepreneurship support organizations, in areas such as supply chain management, investment readiness, and employment resilience to provide long-term support to SMEs. 3, to enhance the operational effectiveness of the small business administration to play a more proactive role in facilitating market access and business growth.
Representing the World Bank country manager was Alaric Mendy, who reaffirmed the World Bank commitment to the partnership. Listen to Alaric Mendy, who spoke on behalf of the World Bank manager. We hope to bring you that episode in our subsequent broadcast, but gracing the occasion was the president of the Liberia Business Association, James Strotto, who made these remarks.
Liberian Business Association represents Liberian indigenous business, so we control this program. It's a job to see how we want to train our people to understand the dynamics of how things work in the international space. Our support to the trainers, we're going to give them full support to make sure what we want to see after these 3 years, the changes that we anticipate to see will be taking place.
James Strotto is the president of the Liberia Business Association, earlier on the heard the voice of Prosper Do Melumi. He's the chief of party at Accelerate 360, and earlier on heard the voice of Commerce Industry Minister Madam Magdalene Dakosa. They spoke at the launch of the Accelerate 360 platform in Monrovia. Let's bring you this development on the program. The Movement for Democracy and Reconstruction has disclosed the certification of Nima County Senator-elect Samuel Coker this Friday in the country. MDR National Vice Chair for Press and Publicity, Kevin Matali, said the certification program will be held at the Senequity Hall in the country. According to Matali, the party is grateful for the support and the decision of the people of Nimba to uphold the legacy of the late Senator Prince Johnson.
We will say Nimba, thank you. Thank you to the people of Nimba. We come on behalf of the party, the movement for democracy and reconstruction. The old generation protected Senator Johnson. They protected the stewardship in the country. Therefore, we call young people to protect the stewardship of the young men who have embarked the new phase of the country. Contemporary politics. We will 20,000 in the by-election. I feel all of you. And we celebrate that. We tell the people, thank you. The election will not not just a general or presidential election or have that enthusiasm or everybody will come out for different reasons. But this election was a bad election. Because of that. So when we contact them, we are grateful. The center of the lifestyle going over, he brings that vibrancy, he brings all that anxiety, talk in the party executive that is under the stewardship of Councilor we are talking about rebranding the party across the country now is a tourism issue. We're talking to stakeholders here and some of the notable names. The fact that Johnson is no more around. This is a legacy of a man who fought for the country. That protect the party, that protect the legacy. Those are some of the conversations that I'm going to as I speak to you, we are talking about the retreat. What will be going for a retreat to expand the base of the party. Let name only party.
He is the National Vice Chairman for Press and Publicity at the Movement for Democracy and Reconstruction, Kevin DJ Matali speaking. Meanwhile, the Citizen Movement for Change political leader Musa Biriti has lauded the National Elections Commission for the peaceful conduct of the Nima County by-election.
The director of EPS has everyone to open that floor. People just the years in the past appear to be the fairest in the history, in the recent history. It was transparent. The election commission is really doing a good job. I hope that we find the strength, to give them the support and let them continue the way, they are carrying it. Nima is a transitional country. The civil government has immense advantage. And then I think one of the decisions the people made, especially from the both sides, was that, we need to split the Senate seat. And they chose one person. It could have been Mark, it could have been Garrison, it could have been, it was Torgbean. But I think they made a decision that we have to give it to one person instead of splitting the votes. And, we have to respect that. That's why we should not insult people doing that. That's why we should not say things that will last beyond the election. It's important. So, I'm happy the caucus has we have some virtual meetings. We're talking, we're laughing. If I remember when the representative told me yesterday how they settlement drama defeated us. You see that this caucus has shown a lot of strength.
He is the political leader of the movement, that's the Citizens Movement for Change, Representative Musa Biriti. In a related development, Opposition Citizens Movement for Change political leader says the recent statement made by Executive Protection Service boss is out of order and below his scope of operation. Musa Biriti believes such directive can only be made by the Attorney General or the President of Liberia. CMC political leader has therefore advised the EPS boss, Semgi, to focus on his role and responsibility and stop melting in what he termed as political statement in the country.
That the director of EPS has every right to open that law. People get angry, but we have to ensure that our laws are in place. You can't do security is very important. When you tell somebody, I'm not for you, you see the randomly that is coming after a statement. You see how citizens say they are going to protect their people. See, those kind of things should not be coming from. Let's say worst case scenario, and that's the position of the government. It should not come from the EPS. That's not a political position. That's why the minister of saying that, there should be a reason. I don't see that reason why the protection of former officials should be withdrawn. Absolutely, it's a law. But if something, such a major decision has to be taken, it can only be taken by two persons in this country.
He is Nima County District 7 representative and the political leader of the Citizens Movement for Change. Representative Musa Birit is there speaking on OKFM on today. The National Commission on Human Rights has welcomed the renewal of Executive Order 148 by President Joseph Boakai, describing it as a bold and timely move in Liberia's journey towards justice and national healing. The renewed executive order mandates the allocation of $2 million United States dollars to the Office for the Establishment of War in Economic Crimes Court, with funds to be disbursed quarterly. President Boakai has made it clear that there must be no interference in the release of the funds, reflecting the administration's commitment to accountability for past war and economic crimes. Addressing a press conference in Monrovia on Thursday, the chairman of the INCHRO, Councillor Dexter Brown, praised the government's action and reaffirmed the Commission's readiness to support efforts to ensure that justice is served.
This why regarding war with the war post office is that the TRC report 270 communication rendered to the independent national commission to ensure that those recommendations are implemented. Now, it is our responsibility to make sure that those recommendations are implemented. Among the recommendations, there is one major issue of this that has to do with criminal accountability to the executive order. First executive order 131 subject to public or private courts. Now, we highly appreciate that the Commission commends the President. He renewed the executive order to 148. In that, the executive order, he made it clear this time that $2 million United States dollars be given to the Office of the War Crimes, and the payment should be done, and that there be no interference in the payment of the finance to make sure that our money is paid to the Office of the War Crimes. And this is why we decided to invite you here.
He is the chairperson of the National Commission on Human Rights. The speaking, he is Councillor Dexter Brown speaking. The Director General of the Center for National Documents and Records Agency, Nelson Bianca, wants government officials to lead with integrity in order to advance national development under the Boakai administration, and observed that if Liberia is to move forward and the lives of its people improved, officials must prioritize the nation's interests above all. Speaking on Thursday during an honoring ceremony organized by Citizens United for a Better Liberia in collaboration with the Liberia Media Network, Bianca emphasized the need for public servants to put Liberia first by being a nationalist and eliminate partiality in public service.
Paying our campaign message that we want to rescue this country. When we want to rescue this country, then we will do the right thing. That's the only way Liberia will move further. And I can assure you, with the help of the team that I am working with, I met a team here. And this is not about politics. It's about how we're going to deliver this country, how we're going to improve this country. People of Liberia, we the citizens of this country, we are going to have Liberia first. We are being nationalistic, we are being patriotic. That's the only way this country will move forward. But again, I want to say thank you. And this particular appreciation this morning actually dedicated to even the past and the present leadership that we have, including the people that even my predecessor who built the foundation that I'm trying to work on. This is why I'm going to tell him that I'm going to really call him and tell him that we were appreciated. It's not just I alone. Leadership is from God, not from me. We took over. There are so many challenges here, and the challenges actually are in the classroom right now. And my hope and prayer is for us to find a panel to at least send people outside this country to improve their status so they can come here, right? Because some three people here who actually knows the job, but incorrectly they need to add to their idea that they have, even with both curriculum and curriculum, let us make sure that these citizens can be like we can show the public, we can show that we are.
He is the Director General of the Center for National Documents and Record Agency. He's Nelson Bianca there speaking. He also vowed to invest in human capacity development at the National Archives, including sponsoring advanced studies for staff members and to enhance their contribution to the national growth. The Civil Servants Association of Liberia says the April 22, 23, 2025 ruling of the Supreme Court in the statement at the House of Representatives has the propensity to undermine the gain made by the government in the increment of civil servants' salary. Johnson made the statement at the program marking the observance of International Labour Day organized by the Civil Servants Association of Liberia in Monrovia Authority. Listen to Mobile Johnson as he spoke more to reporters.
Because anyone who first has no one have those consequences. We don't think that the Supreme Court established the Supreme Court to stop the violence of the people and appreciate taking all the agreements. You think the Supreme Court will protect but the one needs the politics of the and by rendering a yes, to compare us in various and study to the idea of the Liberian people. Why not see the service of the Liberian government? No, we have no activity that will protect the position of the
He is Mobile Johnson. He is the president of the Civil Servants Association of Liberia, the speaking during the observance of International Labour Day in the country. In a related development, several members of the National Teachers Association of Liberia have called on President Yusuf Barker to stop Councillor Matthew Conley, a senior staff at the National Civil Society and Welfare Corporation, for interfering in the crisis at the NTAL. The teachers made the call during a conference called by the majority bloc of the National Executive Committee in Monrovia on Thursday.
We want to reach God. Reason is that because you say I want money, the entity, so you want it. Let the president start in the president of Nigeria, let him start in Joseph Mabata. What I have to tell every time is that, learn every time, please forget about the teacher's power and let the teacher do their thing. Because it is our 2% now is then you or another way expecting him to talk for us.
They are some members of the National Teachers Association of Liberia there speaking to reporters in Monrovia, taking us home on today's edition of the program News Desk, where as we take leave of you, a recap of our headlines. Mbarto House Speaker for Nadikofa discloses ongoing consultations to prepare a perfect platform for his resignation. Minister Councillor Cooper says efforts are on the way to harmonize the Decent Work Act and the Civil Service Standing Order to have one law governing the labor sector. Commerce Industry Minister Martin Dagosa describes strong private sector as the backbone for the Liberian economy. And away from Liberia, a Kenyan member of the parliament shot dead in the capital Nairobi by gunmen in a suspected assassination. We'd love to say many thanks to our writers, contributors, correspondents for making today's edition of the program resources. Thanks to affiliated radio station for reading this broadcast. Thanks to our sponsors Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. Thanks to Cooper Sangar, who are here with the reading of the news bulletin. Daniel Soni, Sarah Control and produce our sounds. Myean Torgbean, as usual, was behind the camera. On behalf of the entire production crew, I have been the presenter, Johnson Gbarntolmah. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Boakale, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your better Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary at 12. My name is Hansen there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Both connecting with this country.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.